Hey Alice, thanks for earlier. We hadn't seen each other in 17 years.
Hi, Jack. What can I do for you? You told me you'd rather marry a younger back then. What does my ex-husband, who betrayed me and eloped with my sister, want from me now? You wanted to know something about her and kept pestering me, so I gave you my number.
Oh yeah, about Mia.
I heard you broke up less than a year after you eloped. But what do you want from her now?
That was just an excuse.
No.
I heard you were seen around town through word of mouth. I was hanging around where you might be living, and sure enough, there you were. Well, you had aged compared to 17 years ago, but the resemblance to the old days was still there. So, I recognized you immediately.
I see you got nothing better to do. What's with the creepy stalking?
I was just trying to tell you how happy I am now.
I beg your pardon?
I'm about to go out with a very young and pretty girl.
Wow. I'm glad to know there still are some girls who likes weirdos.
This girl, Erin, is a college student. She works part-time at a diner called Annie's, near the town square.
Annie's?
It's a famous diner around here, so you must know.
Yeah, I do. Erin from Annie's.
Hey, she's already cute just by her name.
I know the manager there, but Erin's still in high school.
What? But their regular customer told me that the manager's daughter is a college student.
She is his niece. His daughter's been away for college outside of the state since 2 years ago. Also, she was living in a student dorm in high school, so I don't think you guys have ever met.
Oh.
By the way, Erin's dad also works at the diner.
Seriously?
And he's younger than you.
No way.
You know, before you turn into a creepy pedophile, I suggest you stop going there.
Her dad is younger than me?
You should be glad to find out before you make a huge mistake.
Ugh.
supportive towards me. I have a good relationship with my in-laws too.
You're really married.
Yep, I love my life now.
Then, why do you have a studio apartment? Is it a secret affair pad where you bring different men behind your husband's back? If that's the case, I can take up the part.
You've already become a creepy, delusional old man, you know?
What do you mean?
Listen, don't you know that service apartment?
And?
I happened to be in my hometown for a month or so on a business trip, but my parents' house is long gone. I thought it would be more convenient to stay in a service apartment than in a hotel so I can cook for myself. I decided to stay there after consulting with my work.
A business trip?
Yes, this is the end of the story of my 17 years. That's all you need to know.
Yeah, but...
Conclusion, you have already exited my life story.
Wait.
So long.
Alice, come on.
What?
Just for the duration of your business trip, let me stay with you.
What the heck?
I got no place to live. Let me stay. I will please you at night in return.
That's gross. My business trip ended the day before yesterday, and I'm already back home. There's no one in that room right now.
Oh shoot. You said the trip was for a month.
Right. The month ended 2 days ago.
Oh, seriously?
By the way, I heard you bothered Mia before you came to me. I contacted her to give her a heads up, and she told me you already reached out to her. You thought she was still single too. You told her that the woman you had lived with for over 10 years had left you and that you would get back together with her in exchange for her financial support. Her preteen son stood in between and turned you away, right?
You know that much?
She didn't think you'd come to me. She apologized for not giving me a warning.
Wait, you guys made up. The sisters who were battling it out over me.
It kind of pisses me off to hear you say that, but when you left her less than a year after eloping, she realized a lot of things. She went to our late parents and apologized sincerely. I was already out of their house, so we never saw each other in person. She called me to admit her mistakes and apologized again and again. If you ask me if that patched up our relationship back to normal, it's hard to say yes. We do keep in touch though, for seasonal greetings, weddings, funerals, and stuff.
Seriously?
So that's it. This is the last time for real. Don't get involved with us anymore.
Alice, I don't have a place to live.
I don't care.
Alice!
Goodbye. A few days later, I received a call from Jack's brother. The house of Jack's late parents, which is currently in his brother's name, is far away. He sold all the belongings he had at the time he contacted me, and raised money for transportation to get back there. When he finally arrived, he was in shambles. His brother was disgusted by the creepy details told to him in tears. He immediately asked a company he knew for help, and the next morning, he grabbed Jack by the neck and threw him into the employee housing. Jack, who had no idea what was going on, found a place to live and work. He was told by his brother to refund $30,000 in alimony that he had covered for him 17 years ago. Currently, he's going through vigorous training to toughen up under the guidance of his supervisors. What's going on, Emma? I haven't been able to reach my dad or brother, so I'm contacting you instead. If you know anything, can you let me know?
Hey, Isla, you're back. Did you have fun on your trip?
Never mind my trip. Everything in the house except for my stuff is gone. What happened?
Well, it's just as you see it. We moved out while you were away.
Really? Where on earth did you move to?
I can't tell you.
Why not?
It's a tough, heart-clenching measure to encourage your independence.
Heart-clenching measure?
You're almost 30. Stop relying on your family already. Get a job. Start living on your own money, okay? You better start looking for a job tomorrow and try to survive on your own.
Okay.
By the sound of it, I'm not sure you realize the seriousness yet. You know, it's already been 5 years since your mother passed away. Your father, Sean, and I have no intention of taking care of you at all.
I very well know that, but...
Ow! You sound so confident. Well, it's better than you cling to us. The lease expires in 3 months there. I've already taken care of the termination of the lease, so you'll have to find a place to live and move out in the meantime.
I got it. Then, can I ask you one last thing?
What is it?
I don't work for a company, but I do have a job.
Oh, please.
I've been putting some money in the house, but I don't have to do so anymore, right?
You don't need to try and make yourself look good at this point. Please do as you wish. All 3 of us will be changing our phone numbers and email addresses. You won't be able to contact us.
Sure.
So this is your reaction. Wow. I hope you understand what it means to be cut off from your family from now on. Isla, it's me, Emma.
Oh, it's your new number. It's been a while.
Where are you now?
I've moved since then, and I'm living in an apartment.
Oh no, you've already moved out?
Of course, a 4-bedroom house was too big for one person. By the way, the landlord's son and his wife are going to renovate the house and move in.
That's not good.
Why? Do you want to move back in?
Your father, Sean, and I are in front of it right now. But I don't have the key anymore, and you're not here either. So, you got a job? Is that why you left?
I told you, I've been working all this time.
But your father and Sean always complained that you didn't want to work but just stay in your room all day. That's why I suggested we take the plunge and move out. More importantly, it was a good chance to get out of the old house.
Oh, I see. It was indeed an Asian house.
But you know what? There's only one thing that's different now. With the money saved from paying your expenses, we rented a slightly nicer property. And yet, the balance in our savings is going down at an alarming rate, and I'm afraid we won't be able to pay the rent anymore. Something's weird.
Well, of course. I've been putting money into the family savings, so you all have been able to get by.
How can an unemployed person do that?
I work freelance, so...
Freelance?
I mean, my room was my workplace. My dad, Sean, and you didn't want to believe me, but I've been making a good income. When we lived together, I was putting $2,000 a month into the family account.
2,000?
That's what my mom earned before she died, and I took over. Since that money is gone, of course, the balance will decrease faster.
Oh God.
The account history should show you all the money I had deposited, but you didn't notice it all along. By the way, is Sean still working as a temp? Is he really going to work?
Oh well, that's...
I guess he thought he was better than me, so he always looked down at me. My dad spends like a madman and can't save a penny. Your move must cost you a lot too. With my brother's meager income and my dad's social security, I'm sure you'll be in red from now on.
Where do you live now?
I won't tell you. You've cut ties with me, haven't you? Well, so long. My brother and his wife thought they could afford to live comfortably on my father's retirement savings. However, my father's spending habits has always been extravagant, especially after my mother's death. More than half of her life insurance was used to pay off his debts. In such a situation, I was putting in 2K amount for them to make ends meet. The punishment I received from my oblivious family was for them to move out without telling me. According to the relative who know the situation, my sister-in-law is constantly fighting with my father and brother, and divorce seems to be just a matter of time. I, on the other hand, took the plunge and changed both my phone number and email, which made me feel so much better. The amount of money I can save has increased, and I'm enjoying my work and life.
I need to punish you when I get home.
What? I'm sorry.
Do you realize what you've done? I always tell you that I'll contact you when I need you. You should never contact me, right? I was talking to the principal about something important at school. Who do you think you are to interrupt me?
I'm sorry. I was just going to ask if you want me to pick you up at the station.
How many times do I have to tell you that I don't need that kind of thing? You're a jerk. Why can't you do what you're told to do? Talking to a stupid person like you makes me crazy.
It was raining really hard, so I was just wondering what time you'd be home. That's all. I didn't call to bother you.
What? Don't make excuses. You always do that.
I'm sorry.
You're grounded. Don't come out of your room until I get back.
What?
You're going to wait for me. You're not allowed to do anything until I get home. You're going to reflect on yourself until I come back and give you a sermon. You got it? I won't forgive you if you come out of your room even for a second.
I need your help.
your younger brother took over. But can you rely on them? Your parents live far away. Are you gonna look for work there? What? There's no way I'm going back to my parents' house. If I go back to the house, my brother and his wife will make fun of me. That'll be humiliating. Why can't you take care of Brian at your house like before? What? I'll be single and make more money than ever. So I don't have time to take care of Brian. It's not like that the lifestyle is gonna change or anything. So why can't you just do me a favor? What's the problem? Can't you see that there's only problems? Were you claiming custody with the intention of relying on your family from the beginning? Huh? Isn't it obvious? I'm gonna be a single mother. Don't you think you wanna help out a little? Don't tell me you're gonna throw me out with Brian. You're the one who doesn't care about Brian. No, that's not right. Come on, think about it. Let's say I can do you a favor for the sake of Brian and continue to take care of him. My children love Brian like he's their brother, but if you divorce my brother, you and I will be completely strangers, right? In terms of a relationship, you'll be my brother's ex-wife, right? Isn't it strange that you're relying on my family? If that's the case, my brother should get custody of the child, and it'd be more understandable if my family and your parents support him. Leaving the child in the care of your ex-husband's sister's couple forever doesn't sound right at all. Am I saying something strange to you? In other words, you're never gonna give me custody of the child, no matter what I say. So, are you trying to take the mother away from the child? How can you say such a terrible thing? You don't have a human heart, do you? I'm telling you, it's not realistic and it's impossible. Brian is a good kid, so it's fine to take care of him. But if my brother loses custody of him, I won't be his aunt anymore, and then I'll be just a stranger. If I'm not a relative to Brian, when he needs to go to hospital, he'll have a trouble, right? So, it's an impossible story in reality. Why don't you just give up custody and ask for free visitation or something? I'm telling you, I don't want to do that. Just give me a helping hand with anything you can. Why can't you understand what I'm saying? It's no different than before. I'm gonna be in real trouble if I can't get custody of Brian. If I don't, the alimony and child support won't offset each other. What? Offsetting alimony? Does that mean you pay the alimony? If you're gonna pay the alimony, that means you're the one to be blamed, right? If it's an amicable divorce, you don't need to pay alimony. And it's just gonna be division of properties, right? Let me ask you, what's the cause of the divorce? That's none of your business. It's an invasion of privacy. I just want you to make sure the custody goes to me. I don't have to tell a person who's so rude like you. You're not trying to threaten me with that, are you? I'm not threatening you. I just want to make sure. Even if it's only temporary, I'm still the guardian of Brian now. It's like my testimony will determine the custody of Brian, right? If that's the case, I have to make sure I know what I'm doing. Not knowing what you have actually going through, I can't just hand over custody to the guilty party. Brian's life may be decided by my choice, so I can't make a decision so easily. You're persistent and always nitpicking. You really piss me off. You know what? I'll tell you the truth. I want to divorce Mark and get back together with my ex-boyfriend. If I get custody, the alimony will be offset by child support. So I really want to get custody. And after we remarried, I want to spend some time alone with him. That's why I want you to take care of Brian at your place. Preferably until he graduates from junior high school and is able to work. What do you think? Are you satisfied now? Wow, there's much more trashy reasons than I thought. You're talking as if Brian is some kind of tool. Oh, actually, you want to get custody because of the money anyway. So, he's definitely a convenient tool for you. Even if it's your own child, do you realize that's the worst thing you could say as a mother? Or even as a human being? Which part is the worst? I am Brian's mother. What I do with Brian is my business. You just cooperate with me anyhow. If I succeed, I'll pay you what you deserve. All you have to do is give a little testimony.
I do, so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move, so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast, I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains at last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah.
Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Gonna learn the consequence of being incompetent. Mental health is confidence, dreams and some honestness. I'm not here to save the day, that's for you to take away. I could play a million mind games, but instead I say something not illogical, something that is topical. Rub it on and watch it go, make yourself unstoppable. Dreams are irresponsible, but they're always possible. If you just believe, you could be so remarkable.
Thoughts in my head, a collage and they spread. I'll be great one day, going off of my meds. No, I'm not giving up, no, I'm not giving in. I will make it to the top, taking off in the wind. I gotta make it, I'm saving every day to taste it. I'm patient, but my mind, it can hardly take it. I'm chasing a dream that I've had for several ages. A vacant, modern kingdom for the taking.
Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up.
Hold your fork like that.
Wrong. Don't belittle me. Did you see how much sauce I pour on my steak?
Yes, a lot. You were really angry when I mentioned it to you before.
Yeah, I was. It's just not quite enough for my taste.
You put ketchup and sauce all over your fast food too.
If you know them, you should seasoning it like that. It was just as if there was no flavor at all. I don't know how you can call the food.
It was seasoned well. I tasted it. I'm sure of it. Besides, if you put that much sauce on it, you'd be consuming too much salt.
It takes a lot of sauce to get a flavor the way I like it.
Every time you measure it, your blood pressure gets higher. It's time to start cutting back.
Don't be silly. It doesn't matter if you live a long life with thin taste buds.
You have to live with lifestyle-related diseases for the rest of your life. It costs a lot of money for medical care. You talk about a short and fulfilling life, but there's no guarantee that one day it'll end abruptly.
Don't make me say it over and over again. You're a messed up wife, but don't you dare talk back to me. Anyway, you need to get us sausage, ketchup, and mayonnaise right now. I want you to make sure we have plenty of it.
Huh?
Oh, and no low sodium, half calorie crap.
I don't use those products with additives, but I want people to taste the flavor of the food. If you chew it well, it tastes good without a strong seasoning. That way, you can get a satisfaction from a little bit of food.
You're talking back to me again. Do you know the situation you're in right now?
I'm your wife, your spouse.
A wife's job is to satisfy her husband. Listen, I'll go ahead and come home today. In return, as I said before, you'll get plenty of condiments. You'll also prepare the dishes I specify. You'll also double the seasoning.
If you make it this strong...
If I'm not satisfied, I'll really divorce you.
Fine. Nate, let's talk. Come home.
No way. I'm divorcing you.
Come on.
Didn't I tell you before
But if I'm not satisfied, we'll have a divorce. If you can't feed me, you're not a wife. You say my body and health are important. I'm fine right now.
It's just that you don't have any symptoms yet. You know, your health check results are all in the red, right? If you keep on like this, you're not gonna get better.
My grandfather and my father ate whatever they wanted, just like me. My grandfather lived until 80, and my father is still healthy.
Both your grandfather and your father went to the hospital regularly, right?
Of course, as you get older, you're gonna get a little wear and tear. It doesn't matter what you eat. If that's the case, it's 100 times better to eat whatever you want while you're still alive. Anyway, I'm sick of your cooking.
Sick of it? But you hardly ever eat it.
I hate it when you talk back to me like that. I'm going to be free to eat whatever I want now.
Wait, that's really not enough for you to live on. I'll try harder to cook food that you can eat.
You say that, and you're gonna put in vegetables and put less seasonings, aren't you? I'm not falling for that anymore.
I'm saying that because I'm thinking of your health.
Not necessary. You're messing with me. It's like you don't really know the situation that you're in. I already got the divorce papers. Fill them out when you get home.
That's so cruel.
Hey Nora, how are you? Are you still living health-conscious food?
Nate, long time no see. How are you?
I'm fine. No complaints when you can eat whatever you want. Everyone at work says I look great. I guess your screwy cooking was hard on me. I'm glad you let me go.
Yeah, I hope you're well.
The best thing for your health is to eat what you want and live a stress-free life.
You're probably right.
Right? You should be honest with yourself too. Don't force yourself to be so health-conscious.
I'm not like I'm forcing myself. I like vegetables.
Jeez, you've been so stubborn again. Well, if you get jealous of my eating habits, you can call me. Your property fried chicken isn't bad.
I don't envy you. I'm afraid of you.
Don't be so stubborn. Then you call me when you miss me. I don't mind if it's steak.
No thanks.
Nora, how are you?
Hey Nate, I'm still here as usual. What do you want?
I've been feeling a little under the weather lately.
Oh, really? Are you busy with work?
No matter how much sleep I get, I feel heavy and tired. My legs ache all of a sudden. It doesn't feel like a cold. It's just weird.
That's terrible. If it continues, maybe you should go to the doctor. I'm sure your unhealthy diet is paying off.
Hey, why don't you come live with me again?
Huh?
It's just that I've become so incapacitated that it's just hard to move. And the appreciation for you really sank in.
You want me to take care of you?
I mean, you could help me get up a little bit. Like, take me to and from the station. Even though we divorced, you were my wife once, right? Isn't it a wife's job to support her husband?
I don't want to. No way. Besides, we aren't married anymore.
Don't be so stubborn. You need money, don't you?
I have enough to live on my own.
Your job is a simple job with no responsibilities.
I have responsibilities. I make hospital food, according to the physical requirements of each patient.
What?
That's because I'm a hospital dietitian. You always seem to underestimate my work, so it's no wonder you don't remember.
No. I didn't mean to condescend to you. I think you're doing a great job. That's why you cared about my food.
I think I would have cared, even if I weren't in the profession.
You woke me up when I had to work. I can't get up by myself, and on top of that, I'm feeling sluggish. I'm late and missing work more and more, and the company is not happy. Let's get married again, and you can wake me up every morning like you used to.
I decline.
Nora, I'm sorry. Will you try again with me?
I decline.
Please, come on.
I'm not a doctor. I can't fix your problems now. You should go to a doctor instead of depend on me, really.
Doctors aren't my thing. Nora, I need help.
Huh? What in the world?
I went to the hospital because I suddenly felt pain all over my body.
It's been a month since I told you to go, but...
It was hard for me to find the courage to go. Anyway, the doctor was really pissed at me.
Well, I can imagine.
I was told I have severe diabetes, high blood pressure, cirrhosis, gout, and hyperlipidemia.
A parade of lifestyle-related diseases.
I was told that I should be hospitalized for health management right away.
That's right. Well, work hard on your diet, because sometimes your numbers will settle down.
Hey, you're the dietitian at the hospital, right? Would you cook for me? You're my wife. You're gonna have to support me. Because, you see, I'm really sorry.
I don't want to.
Huh? You told me before. You said you'd make me a recipe that I could eat. And the other day, it was all over the internet. They said that you're the creator of recipes that even people with dietary restrictions love.
That was when I still had feelings for you as a wife. No matter how much effort I put into the recipe, I was always told that there were vegetables in it, that it was just baked, or that the flavor was too weak. I got tired of being told that the taste was bland and you getting angry at me. It was also sad to have a lot of sauce and ketchup poured on the dishes I had researched and made. Even my packed lunches got thrown away. I've had enough.
I won't complain anymore, please. I want to eat the kind of food I read about on the internet.
I refuse. If you've been told you need to be admitted to the hospital for controlled care, then grow up and get the treatments you need.
Then I'll go to the hospital where you work.
You know, my current workplace is not my former hospital.
Huh?
They moved me to another affiliated hospital in another state.
Where is it?
I'm not gonna tell you.
Please, cook for me. I want to eat your food.
You don't have to be so obsessed with me. All hospital food looks healthy and delicious these days. I'm not the dietitian there, but they're always the one.
It has to be you.
I heard you've gained even more weight since the divorce.
Huh?
One of your colleagues is a friend of mine from school. He says you've gained even more weight since the divorce, and you don't seem to care about hygiene anymore.
I was so busy with work that I didn't have time to shower. When we were married, you even cleaned the bathroom so I could take one. That's what I can't do without you, please. I understood that after the divorce. You're all I had. Please, start over with me again.
Even though you've been calling me a terrible cook at work?
I'm sorry. I wanted to maintain my dignity at work too. That's what it takes to be a capable man. If you're my wife, you'd understand. But I won't anymore. I won't throw away your lunches and I won't complain about your cooking.
It's stupid. I won't make up with you or cook for you anymore.
You don't care if I die?
Your grandfather lived until 80. Your father is still healthy, right?
That's true, but...
Then it's okay, isn't it?
No. My father actually wasn't as healthy as I thought he was.
I heard he's on the verge of going blind from diabetes. His liver is also failing.
If you know that much, you can understand why I'm so frantic, right?
If you don't want to end up like your father, you need to get your lifestyle back on track.
I don't want to be hospitalized. I'll lose my freedom.
That's the price you pay. Even if you can't get back on your feet, you'd still like to live a short, fulfilling life, wouldn't you? That's great. Congratulations. Well then, I'm going to block you, because I don't want you to bother me anymore.
Please, don't abandon me.
Nate was forcefully hospitalized. His condition worsened considerably, and he was told that the treatment would take a long time. So, he decided to take a leave. However, the prospect of his return to work is hopeless, and it seems that he will be forced to resign. My coworkers said I was lucky to get rid of the filthy, useless guy. Being featured online as the hottest nutritionist, I am now publishing a recipe book. I hope I can help people who are struggling with dietary restrictions.
Thank you for watching. Please rate the video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.